Hi, in this video, we'll see how you can import a contact list into Cyberimpact. So first, we're gonna click on the Contacts tab, go to that section, and from there, we'll click on the blue button that says Add Contacts. And now we have a few options of how we can add subscribers to our account. First, I could just manually add one single contact at a time. If I only have one new contact to add to my account or just a few, I can go that route. But obviously you can also import a big list of contacts, perhaps maybe your customers, maybe a contact list that you're gonna have exported from a CRM or another software. So we're going to use that option. And by the way, if you need help in order to prepare your list for Castle, in order to comply with Canada's anti-spam law, you can download our free guide. It's a PDF, it's a short read, and you'll find a lot more information on how you can prepare and how you can segment your contact list in order for it to be very easy and straightforward for you to comply with Castle. So for now, let's select this option. We're going to import a list. And now at the next step, if you have an Excel file, if you have a CSV, a TXT or TSV file, maybe that, like I said, you've exported from a CRM or another software, you can select the file that's on your computer. Or even easier than that, you could simply copy and paste the content of an Excel file. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And I have a file prepared with 2 new contacts. Just make sure that you pay attention to the formatting of some fields. So in the language field, you have FR for French or EN for English. In the gender field, you have M for male and F for female. And another very important detail is when you're importing a date, could be a date of birth or it could be a date of consent. So make sure that you respect that formatting, the year, the month, and then the day. So the only mandatory field is obviously an email address, but the more the better. So first name, last name, business name, language, gender, date of birth, the postal code, the country. Once again, we have to pay attention to the formatting here. We're gonna allow the 2-letter country code. And you have some custom field that you can also import, and the date of consent. In this example, in this video, I'm adding a list of my customers. So the date of consent will be the date of their last purchase or the date of my last invoice. All right, so like I said, I'm going to simply select all the content I want to import into Cyberimpact. I will copy and then I will paste right here. So Cyberimpact has received the information, and then I'm going to pair the information that I'm importing into the right fields into Cyberimpact. So I already have the email address. This is a first name. This is a last name. This is the company. This is the language and the gender. Those are already activated and paired. The first date that I had was the birth date, the postal code, the country. So if you have less fields, it's going to be faster, but the more information you can import in Cyberimpact, the better for the future. And this is going to be the consent date. All right, I click next. Here we invite you to classify the contacts that you'll be importing into the platform into different categories so that we can apply the right type of consent accordingly. So in our example, let's say that we're importing a list of active clients. We're going to select that option, and their consent will be an implied consent that will be valid for 24 months. So that way it's a lot easier to know where you're at and to comply with Canada's anti-spam law. If you don't have a specific consent date for each and every contact that you're adding in your import file, you can add a default date here, but in my example, I'm not going to do that. And our last step is to specify in what group we want to import our new contacts. So in Cyberimpact, you have all of your contacts and you segment your contacts into different groups. You can think of them as different lists. So you can create a new group here. I'm going to call my group customers. Okay. And we'll be adding our new contacts to that group. Cyberimpact wants to know what to do if you're importing email addresses, so contacts that already exist in your account. The default setting is to update your contacts with the new information, but you can also change that if you want. And now we click import. The import will be processing. It can take a few minutes if you're uploading a big list. In my case, it's a very short list of only 2 contacts, so it should take only a second. So we added 2 emails, we click OK, and if I go back to the list of my groups, I can see that my new customer group has 2 contacts, and I can click there and see my 2 new contacts in my account. And that's all there is to it. Please don't hesitate to contact us if you have any questions. Take care.